Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to 13 Days of Craftoween, Day 7. Today's little envelope contains everything you need to create a cute stack of books with candles, which I, of course, thought paired perfectly with some of the previously released day dies and some of my other favorite Spellbinders products. Starting with this wonderful Latticework background and Mantel Village dies, we're going to build a scene here where we combine the books and the candles with skulls from day 2 and the crow from day 2, little jack-o'-lantern from day 4 and the boo banner from day 4, and even the little broomstick and hat from day 5. So you can really, no, day 6, pardon me. You can really mix and match lots of the dies from other days and from your stash. I started by taking the Mantel shelf dies. You guys know I love some good shelf dies from the Mantel Village from Simon Hurley for Spellbinders. This was a release in 2024 and I love them. And we're going to direct to paper, take Gathered Twigs Distress ink and add that ink to bring out the natural wood grain. Then we're going to take our ink blending tools and our dies. We're going to do a little bit of ink blending here and there. It doesn't need to be over the top at all, just a little bit. Then we're going to pop up the shelves right on our Latticework embossed background. I love how that Latticework kind of gives us the look of a tiled background. That's definitely the look I was going for here. Embossing folders tend to give us really, there's a lot of great embossing folders out there. So shop your stash, see what you have that might work to create a similar effect. Then I found that this witch hat from the day 6, I'm sorry, envelope that the skeleton wears works perfectly on that skull from day 2. Now, instead of putting my candles on the stack of books, I actually am going to put them next to the books. And I want these drippy candles to be black. I thought that would be really fun. Plus, you'll notice I went with that pink color scheme. I tend to gravitate, I notice, towards 2 main color schemes this year. Not that I'm saying it won't change. I've noticed I either kind of do the pink orange color combo or I do the more traditional combo but throw in a little bit of purple and greens with my oranges and blacks. Either way, there's no right or wrong, and I definitely like to find ways to add interest. Now, this little spooky apothecary here features lots of books. Shocker of all shock. There's actually books in this Craftoween box. You've been seeing me use the Classic Tales Spellbinders set a lot throughout this series, but now we even have more books. I like the size and scale of these, as well as kind of that they are very easy to stack. You could create a huge stack of books if you wanted to. I actually die cut 3 books. Only one of the spines of the book is going to show, and we are going to customize that here in a little bit. There's even like a little bookmark that appears to hang out of the book. So we're going to have 2 books on the top shelf, 1 on the bottom shelf, and we're going to have the skull sitting on one and the crow sitting on the other. Yet another way to just kind of incorporate those dies from previous days into new ways and new card styles. Building our crow, we are going to not use the top hat for the crow on this card. There is a top hat that comes in the day 2 dies, but with that, not only would the crow be sticking up too high, this is just another way to use the crow without. I think you could even find other sets to use him on that would be awesome. So let's put some foam adhesive on the back of the crow and pop him up in place. Lots of little die cuts, lots of little pieces. Now that large pumpkin is from the Autumn Envelope of Wonder set, and we are doing pink, a big pink pumpkin here. When I am searching for pumpkins or other accessories to fit into cards I'm designing, a lot of the dies here are from the Craftoween box, But I always like to kind of see what else there is in my stash, and I always go for size and scale. So I needed something else kind of large to fit into that space, and that big pumpkin worked perfectly and will be the perfect backdrop for our teeny tiny adorable little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin from day 4, the set with the ghost. I love this pumpkin. I've used it quite a few times, and I'm sure you're going to see it quite a few more because I think it's just a great little addition to a lot of scenes. I also felt like we could fill in something else kind of back behind here on the shelf where the book and the skull are, and that is our little broomstick. And I die cut the broom itself from the matte gold, did the little band in pink to match all of the other pink vibes going on, and our brown broom handle. The little banner also gives us a little bit more interest to this scene, kind of like just a little banner hanging off of a mantle or a shelf. And again, the Boo banner is from day 4. As I have been doing a lot with this series, my faux embroidered pumpkin set is a great way to add some beautiful, fun florals to your Halloween designs. And they're nice and small, and they fit so many of the different cards. So here I've die cut them from Chiffon and Tutu cardstock, and I've also got some little green leaves here, and we're going to adorn the witch hat, and we're also going to adorn the pumpkin. We're going to end up with way more flowers than what we're actually going to need for a card design, which is no big deal. I hang on to all of these other little bits and pieces. Hopefully we'll find uses for them for other cards in Craftoween 2025 and beyond. So once I have the majority of my dies in place, it is time to finish up. I'm going to add a little bow tie to my crow. I felt like that was a nice little touch, plus it brings a little bit more color up high. We're going to add glossy accents to the flames of the candles, which are out of Tuscan and brushed gold. We're going to add the glossy accents to any of the drippy parts, so the flames and the drippy parts of the candles, and we're going to allow that to dry, and it's going to dry with a wonderful glossy finish which draws your eye right to that drippy part of the candle. And once this is all dry, we are going to go in with some pink gems and adorn the center of the flowers, add a scattering of those gems, take a little bit of the black jelly roll pen and add detail to the crow's eye. And then we need a sentiment. And you can see that I've taken sentiments from the box, placed them in the upper right corner of the card here. And I need to find a clever way to add these to my card. And in this case, I felt like a little sentiment label would be cute. So I'm going to actually take a nested arch here, and we're going to stamp one of the greetings from the stamp set in black ink, the other one in Soft Blossom Hero Arts ink, and then we'll die cut it with a die and have it coming in off the right side of our card. I also took another one of the sentiments, and I only inked up the word spooky from the Stay Spooky sentiment and stamped that on the spine of the book, and I love how that looks. It fits perfectly. And again, just any of those little details that you can add that really make your design shine. I always love a two-tone sentiment, and this one is no exception. I think it's going to look amazing on our card. Here is my little die that I'm going to use to die cut that. And then we're going to pop this up with foam adhesive right there coming in off of the right side of the card. Oh, perfect. We're going to adhere that in place, glue the entire panel to a white top fold card base, and that is going to finish off our day 7 card featuring the adorable stack of books and candles. Each day during Craftoween 2025, I am giving you a 10-minute or less video showcasing that day's dies. The supplies used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me today for another paper crafting tutorial. I love being able to share with this incredible community of crafters. I want to give a huge shout out and special thank you to my amazing Patreon members. If you're interested in joining Patreon, please click the link in the description underneath the video here on YouTube. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do. There is exclusive content, information, and behind-the-scenes content. Top-tier members will receive a handmade birthday card during your birthday month, access to D-Stash, and monthly exclusive lives, plus so much more. We would love to have you join our growing community.